Now that Dragon Ball Legends has announced a new rarity for their game called Ultra, I'm wondering what's the possibility that Dokkan could also get a new rarity. Now, I already know what you're thinking, Mr. Baby, that's not necessarily going to happen. This Ultra rarity for Legends is very similar to the LR rarity in Dokkan. And I hear you 100%, and I 100% agree with you, but that's not going to stop my brain from speculating and creating this very fun video. So let's just hop straight into it, all right? Now, if there's going to be a new rarity above LR, the question is, what would the name of what would the name of that be, right? Now, since LR is legendary rare, the name has to be above legendary, right? So either like divine rare or like mythical rare, right? I know in a lot of games, above legendary is mythic, right? Or mythic. So mythic rare, like MR could be a thing. DR is divine rare, even though I don't really like the name of those. People were saying like XR. XR is cool, but like what does X stand for, right? LR stands for something. LR stands for legendary rare. So let me know what you guys think. If there's going to be a new rarity in Dokkan, what would that rarity be? Let me know right now in the comments section below. Now, this LR, let's just assume, right? I had this guy pulled up first for a reason. I'll show you guys that in just a second. But the reason, like, if a new rarity comes to Dokkan, it's going to be game breaking, and let me prove to you why. All right, this was the first LR to ever appear on Dokkan, right? LR Super Saiyan Goku, and it's very interesting that the new Ultra unit in Legends is also going to be a Super Saiyan Goku. So it's, you know, but what was really game breaking about this guy back in the day is that, remember, like, he came out 2016. This is after JP's first, or Dokkan's first anniversary, right? But you know who else had the same exact leader skill? All types key plus 3 and attack plus 3000? This guy right here. Yeah, this guy was the first anniversary unit, for Dokkan, all right? He was the first anniversary unit. And these two, a free-to-play unit having the same leader skill as a anniversary unit, you could imagine the amounts of what should I say? I pulled that up by accident. I'll show the reason why this is actually important too. But for these who have the same exact leader skill, shows you that this guy was OP back in his time, right? Now he's actually better than this Gogeta because, let me show you. Super Attack is obviously a lot better. He does colossal damage, which is a lot better than immense damage. He also does another super attack where his causes mega colossal damage to enemy and raises Alice attack by 30% for 1 turn. Back in the day, well, that had to have been broken, right? So Gogeta obviously didn't offer that. This guy had 7,000 attack and effective against all types. This Goku had 10,000 attack and 3,000 defense. It was only when you were only facing one enemy, but I don't know back then what events there were where you were facing multiple enemies, besides like some specific events and stuff like that, right? But I mean, effective against all types, you could argue is better, but like still, I do think that 3,000 defense in 10,000 attack is still pretty significant when you factor in what he does for his, you know, super attacks and stuff, right? So this guy was arguably better than this anniversary unit, right? Obviously not including the EZAs, but the question that means, like, what does this mean for a new? Yeah, you already know where I'm going when I'm pulling up a unit like this. Does that mean that if we get a new rarity this year, it could be better than this UI Goku, right? Could the new rarity unit just give like 5 key and like 180% to attack and defense? Like, will he just have a guaranteed crit on the super attacks? Will he just get 200% attack and defense like a lot of other units in the game? Like I guess it obviously depends on the unit, right? The unit itself. Like, Goku units are built differently than Frieza units, which are also built differently than, you know, Vegeta units. So, like, it all depends on the unit and what that unit is. But, like, if a new rarity drops on Dokkan, we have to base off what they did before, right? Because when they introduced a new rarity, it was better than, or arguably better than this guy right here. So would a new, and again, they changed things now. It's been almost 5 years since those units were released, so it's very likely to say that they're not going to do that the same thing, but that was their mentality back in the day. I mean, and I know Dokkan is under new management now, but you never know, dude. A new rarity unit, it has to live up to that rarity, right? I do think it's going to be either mythical or, you know, something divinity, because I don't know what's higher than legendary, dude. Something like the name itself has to mean something above legend, right? Above legend, the only thing I can really think of is mythical, divinity, divine, I don't know. I don't know. Like super legend. Like I don't know, man. I really have no idea. Now the reason why I pulled this up earlier, by accident, was to actually show you guys that these were the units that you basically had to run to take this guy down, right? If you guys remember, I remember grinding up this 16 right here. He was actually really tanky. He actually did work in this event. Let me see what he did. Yeah, look. Okay, so wait, let me see his awakening. Oh, this is his awakening. Never mind. Okay, yeah. So damage received minus 55% when guard is activated. I think that's just his guard is activated immediately. When this guy was the tank. Like if you had him on rotation, you were good. This guy was super mega just powerful for this event. So the reason, again, there's a really good chance that if there's a new rarity, they're gonna make maybe a new batch of units or just restrict it heavily. But again, if there's a new rarity free to play, that bumps up the free to play game. We're gonna start seeing free to play units that are doing this. Let me. Well, actually, free to play units are already doing all this, right? The free to play unit doing all this, by the way, is insane, right? But we're gonna start to see free to play units just out of nowhere. It doesn't matter what the unit is. Just get attack and defense plus 120%, right? Just basically Dokkan Fest level stuff back in the day. Free to play units are going to be a lot better. And as you guys like remember, like this Dokkan Fest, not this guy, sorry. This guy right here, there are free to play units to this day that are way better than what this guy was, right? Way better. And then received easy A's to be way better than this. I think it's possible to say that there's free to play units that are better than this. This guy is still very powerful. His easy A is still very powerful. His leader skill is powerful. What he does is very powerful. But I think it's fair to say that there's at least some free to play units that can overpower this guy, right? So to even say like LR STR Vegito Blue, right? If you don't want to consider him free to play, I understand whatever. But he's technically, I mean, you didn't have to summon for him, so technically. But anyways, better than this guy, I would say. I would definitely use him over this guy. But again, power creep. Like it's tough to say, dude. Like if a new rarity hits Dokkan, the power creep just shifts tremendously because again, if this guy was better than the first year, could you imagine a unit better than UI Goku that's free to play? That's free to play. Well, let me ask you guys a question. If there was going to be a new free to play, new rarity unit in the game, what would you want that unit to be? They seem to have a theme. Whenever a new rarity is released, it's going to be a Goku of some kind because I mean it was Goku on Dokkan, it was Goku on what's it called? It was Goku on Legends. This I mean I'm gonna assume this is from Namek Saga. I don't remember what's like specifically, but obviously the Goku on Legends is also from Namek Saga. So again, it's very, very interesting to see. Guys, let me know what you think. Do you think it's actually possible that Global receives a new rarity? It's been almost 5 years since a new rarity was introduced into Dokkan. Way before Legends was even a thing. I do think that Legends getting a new rarity is super cool. Super, you know, it's being free to play. And also another thing I want to tell you guys is that expect that new rarity to start being summonable as well, right? Not because remember in Dokkan there's still LRs that are free to play, but LRs are now summonable too. Like majority of them are summonable. Actually, I don't even know the split between free to play LRs and summonable LRs. They might be like equal or something like that, but they start out as free to play. Ultras will also start out as free to play, but I do think Toshi hinted at the fact that they'll continue to be free to play, but they might start introducing them in summons as well. I don't know what the rates for those units are going to be because apparently LFs are extremely low. So if they reduce the rates of Ultras and Legends, what it seems like is that they're gonna have to start giving out more Chrono Crystals because that game, you guys hurt. For those of you that play a lot of Legends, you guys hurt for Chrono Crystals, and I know it, especially you free to play. Well, you the free to play community or those who spend very lightly on the game. I know you guys are hurting for Chrono Crystals, so hopefully they do bump up the amount that you're receiving. That way you can have more crystals to spend on a character who's going to have worse rates than LFs, or maybe even equal rates. I don't think it'll be equal rates because again, if it's a new rarity, it's a new power. It's going to be stronger than anything we've ever seen. And if we ever see a new rarity, it being better than this guy is going to be the craziest thing. But again, I wouldn't necessarily mind, especially if it's like a Vegeta. I don't know what the new character would be, but yeah, I do think the new rarity definitely would be something divinity or like divine related, like God related, obviously, or Mythic. I don't really see Mythic being in Dokkan, but again, it's really tough to tell, right? But let me know what you guys think. I wonder what the animations would be for an LR as well, man. Like, Like this animation was still this is still one of the cleanest arts in the game. Could you imagine what a new rarity art would look like? Just like, bro, like the L. Oh my, I don't know, man. I don't know. Again, let me know what you guys think. If you guys enjoyed today's video, hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. Dokkan, you can do it. Make a free-to-play unit that's better than LR, AGL, MUI, Goku, and I think we're all gonna be very, very happy with you. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.